Leach, if Joker and Deadpool both make near or over $1 billion, do you think Warner Brothers Disney will learn the wrong lesson and start making a bunch of comic book films that are rated R? That is very likely the exact lesson that they would learn. So if you don't know the point of reference here, as of right now, the only R-rated movie to ever make $1 billion is the first Joker. The first two Deadpool movies were previously two of the three highest grossing R-rated movies of all time. And I think they were like in the 800 million range. So they were still even a little bit away from crossing the $1 billion club, but they were within shot. They were like close enough that you look at Deadpool 3, only MCU film, several year break, Hugh Jackman, multiverse. You can imagine a scenario where this one, if the trailers are good, the buzz is good, this could be the second $1 billion R-rated film of all time. And then Joker, of course, the first one made $1 billion. So you go, will the second one do the same? And, you know, they don't have to make $1 billion. As long as you get close, all of a sudden you show there's an audience. There's people that want this. And both of these franchises, now Joker's a franchise now, are in that category. And so if you have a 2023 where a bunch of PG-13 comic book movies that are made for everyone underperform, and you have two R-rated ones that are only made for adults, and they're outperforming all of the 2023 comic book movies, of course Disney will learn the wrong lesson. Of course they will. I think I'm not alone. We've had this conversation. You've said this, but they seem to be pretty obtuse. They seem to not have their finger on the pulse anymore, and they repeatedly learn the wrong lessons and the most arrogant lesson they can learn. So if you have two R-rated comic book movies, they will go, grown-ups like these, not teenagers anymore. And all of a sudden, we're going to get a $100 million Punisher movie. We'll get the whole works of R-rated comic book movies. And it would probably be good for a moment. A few of these projects that me and you would love to see, and the way that me and you would love to see them, and a number of other people would love to see them, we would finally get some of those projects. And maybe that means Blade. You think Deadpool 3 does good enough R-rated, and they give a little bit of a financial bump, a few more resources over to Blade to get that thing finished and make it awesome. There's some positives that could come from that, but as soon as it's just empty, that made money, green light those, you're gonna start getting the crap. It's gonna oversaturate. And the reason that Joker and Deadpool 3 would make close to $1 billion is not because they're R-rated comic book movies, but because they are interesting comic book movies. Joker being a comic book movie that's not a big action spectacle with comedy. It's a drama. It's a genre and character that people know and are familiar with, but something different and with more layers and depth to it. And does it ape Martin Scorsese too much? Is it too much a Taxi Driver and King of Comedy? Maybe so, but for a lot of people that haven't watched those movies, it was something really new and interesting. And then, of course, Deadpool 3, comedy, crass, juvenile, it's just different and entertaining. And then if you make it multiverse with Hugh Jackman, that's why it's there. And because they spent the time to do it right, and they spent a long time, probably an enormous number of meetings with Ryan Reynolds, like, Disney, can we do this? Disney, can we do this? What if we did this? And they took a long time to try and figure out what the right way to bring his Deadpool into the MCU. And if they just greenlight a bunch of R-rated movies right afterwards, opposite. I mean, even the case, Joker, 5-year turnaround. Deadpool, 6-year turnaround. Taking their time. And if Disney and everyone else just sees R-rated comic book movies make money, they crank them out. The opposite principle of what made those ones successful in the first place. Today's video is brought to you by Magic Spoon. My New Year's resolution is to exercise more,
cut back on sugar, and add more protein. And Magic Spoon makes those last two easier and more delicious than ever. Magic Spoon is a high-protein, zero-sugar, keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, and soy-free cereal. They offer a variety pack with 4 flavors: cocoa, fruity, frosted, and peanut butter. This pack has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and 4 to 5 grams of net carbs, and only 140 calories a serving. My personal favorite is to combine peanut butter and cocoa together. In fact, I'll just sit there and eat it as a crunchy snack while watching movies. Go to magicspoon.com/Sean Chandler to grab a variety pack and try it today. Be sure to use our promo code Sean Chandler at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they will refund your money 100%. No questions asked. Remember, start the new year off with a delicious bowl of high-protein cereal at magicspoon.com/Sean Chandler and use the code Sean Chandler to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring today's video. Most of these clips are pulled from my Patreon live streams. I do about 6 live streams every single month. For $2 per month, $20 per year, you can get access to all the exclusive videos and live streams. For $5 per month, you get your name on my end card. At the top tier, you get a 30-minute video chat with me each month. The link down below in the description has more information.